So I wasn't going to do a fabric haul and plans video for April because my SewJo has utterly disappeared. If you have a look at March's plans video, I was like, I'm gonna make 2 things, and whilst technically I actually made more than 2 things, I didn't get to the 2 things that I wanted to do, and I also didn't clear off the pile of stuff that I have cut out and ready to go. I've got my 7537 bodice done, still needs sleeves and a skirt. I have finished the Star Trek dress and made another Star Trek dress and hate both of them, and I've got another idea for how I can make this style work for me, but that does mean that there needs to be more fabric bought, another dress made, and another layer to that video. I think it's going to actually end up being quite an interesting video in the long run. Also the hair debacle, but yes. I do think the Star Trek dress video is going to end up being quite interesting, but it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would to get it done. The corset making is going well. I have bound the edge, or the bottom edge of my corset, cleaned up the top edge, and now I need to put the bones in. But cutting the bones, I cut them thinking I've made them short enough for binding, and I have not, so I need Dad's help to trim the top of the bones off so that they'll fit in here and I can put the last bit of binding on, and then the corset is done. So I had grand plans for March. None of them really happened. I mean, not saying none of them, because, you know, 4 iterations of a corset to get a fitting pattern that fits as well as this one does, or at least as well as I think this one does. I am very happy with that. But yeah, I did not get through the coat, the pajamas, the Rita blouse, the dresses I wanted to make, all of those things. So massively behind, which is why there is no March lookbook, because there is really only 2 properly finished products or projects from that, and I hate both of them, and I do think I can make that project work eventually, so I kind of want to save those for that video, and then just many corset mock-ups, which you've been seeing in the shorts. That was a really long introduction and waffly way of saying I wasn't going to film this video, but I did place an order from Behaviour and it's arrived. I have underwires that are suitable for the Boylston bra and the Black Beauty bra. I have a kit with some of the most beautiful lace in it. I don't know if this is actually a good colour for me, but I couldn't resist the lace. Bodil from Behaviour, which is where I got this from, and this will all be linked in the description down below, actually has made this kit a little bit larger for me so that I can get at least 2 pairs of knickers, probably a French knicker and a thong, out of the fabric in here as well to match the bra, because I do enjoy wearing matching sets of lingerie. So there's this one, and then there's also this one. Now, there was a little bit of extra lace in the order overall, which I think was just the leftover lace from Bodil cutting the bit for the kit, and she's included it for me, which is incredibly kind of her. But this is what started it all. It's got cherries on it. I am in love. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's a non-stretch lace, which I think is going to work well for the 2 bras that I've chosen. Like I say, the Black Beauty and the Boylston bra, both of which are kind of balconette, which is my preference. So I've got, again, a kit here which is enough to make a bra and a couple of pairs of knickers to go with it. And then there's some extra here, so maybe 3 pairs of knickers. I don't know. I'm excited to play around and try. I have got a bunch of Evie Lelouve patterns. I've also got some other slightly saucier patterns from other companies. This pair, for example, which I just think are absolutely beautiful, and I have a lot of pairs of underwear like that from Agent Provocateur, so I went looking for something similar and this is what I came up with. Obviously none of these will be seen on me on the internet, but I will show you the finished items once I have made them. From everything that I've heard, bra making is actually quite quick once you've worked out the pattern and the fit. Now obviously I'm not going to experiment with these 2 kits because they weren't expensive, but they also weren't cheap, and I love them and I want to have something that is gorgeous and wearable and beautiful coming out from them. So if you were watching the hangout a couple of weeks ago, I went through my box of lingerie supplies, which I have got from mystery boxes from Behaviour, as well as the Pit Trading advent calendar. I got out this kit, which is basically all white with some pretty kind of pastely coloured lace in it. Let's have a look at the lace up close. But there's basically everything in here to make a white bra, possibly a pair of knickers to go with it as well. And then yeah, this is the lace that came with it, which is double-sided and really pretty, but not massively me. I prefer kind of bolder colours. I mean, having said that, this one, but the lace on there has got like a bold print on it. So I'm going to experiment with this kit. I have also got, again, if you've watched that hangout where I sorted out my lingerie supplies, I've got lots of lingerie supplies in there that I can sort of like make into my own kits for bra making purposes. I am not overly expecting the first one to be brilliant, first pancake syndrome kind of thing, but I would hope that it would be a good starting point to get somewhere close to being really good, so that I can then use my exciting kits. I think I started out that very long rambly waffle by saying bras are quite quick to make, so I can imagine once I've perfected the fit that there's going to be a lot made. I also got some power net from Bodil because the Charm Society dress calls for power net for the waist, and I got half a metre of 3 different colours of cut and sew foam. So I've got the nude, the red and the black. I personally prefer foam cup bras, which can be done with both the Black Beauty and the Boylston bra. So that is going to be what I'm attempting. We shall see how it turns out. Fingers crossed I can make it work. The other project that I need to tackle this month is the Lavender and Twine Horiath bag. Now, it is the KB May sewing retreat on the 3rd to the 7th of May, and there are still 2 places left if anyone's interested. I will put the link in the description down below for you. You can book right up until the day before. If you decide that you would like to come, you are very welcome, and as I say, 2 spaces left. But we are going to be making the Horiath bag, which I'm very, very excited about. I have made a Horiath. I had the luxury of having Erica sitting in exactly this seat using my machine making the Horiath with me. I was over in Mum's. I have made one. I love it. But I want to do it again because I want to, it was last year, I want to refresh my brain. I want to just go over everything. I am making zero tweaks to this pattern because it is incredibly well written, and it's also designated to be sewn in the way that I would sew a bag. I personally like to do bag making in a certain order. I like to get the straps and the handles done, then I like to get the interior done, then I do the outside, because in my head, once the outside's done, I just drop the lining in and then it's finished, and that is obviously quicker than doing it in any other direction or any other way. I am aware that that is utter nonsense, but in my head that's how it works. So in the last hangout on Sunday, we were picking out what fabrics I should use, and we've decided they're going to use this mustard Mora leather and copper hardware. So I've already made up this strap, which I was going to put on a different bag, but I've changed my mind. So I don't need to make the strap, which is nice. I'm going to be using this batik for the lining with this fabric that I got from one of the knitting and stitching shows quite a while ago. It's got little bees and flowers all over it, so I'm going to use that for some of the interior like highlights. There's a couple of pockets on the bag, and then this is the Mora leather. This is actually ready to be a key fob, which I like making a matching key fob for all my bags. Just personal preference. I've got zipper by the yard that matches as well, so I am all ready to go. Made myself a little hardware kit. That is the other project that I have to do and have to get done by the end of April, because as I say, I am teaching this bag at the May KB sewing retreat at Fox Hills this year. I mean, like I say, the pattern is perfect. I need to make no tweaks to it. I'm just going to be helping people make these bags, but it's going to be so awesome seeing what everyone gets up to. So yeah, that is a really very quick kind of April fabric haul and plans video. I do have one other fabric that has only just arrived in the UK from Australia, and it's this absolutely glorious print from the Cloth Edit. I really am excited to see how this looks on me, because this yellow is one of my colours. I am probably going to make a grace dress out of it, whether it's with a tiered and gathered skirt or a 5-panel circle skirt. I'm not 100% sure yet. You guys are probably going to get incredibly sick of seeing grace dresses over this summer period, but I just absolutely love that shape on me. I mean, I designed it, I had it made and drafted exactly for my figure. I have finally got back down to those exact measurements, so all my other grace dresses fit. The majority of those were made up in quilting cottons, and I love quilting cottons and I love these dresses, but it will be really nice to have some of them in different fabrics, like this cotton lawn, for example. I've also got the viscose, the Dolce & Gabbana looking black floral viscose that Jane talked me into buying earlier this year. I think that's another one that's going to make up into an awesome grey dress. So when that fabric finally arrives, that I would like to get that done this month as well. But I still have all of these other projects that are outstanding from December. I mean, the pyjamas were supposed to be done in December, so I still have a load of projects lying around that are cut out that need to be done. I really hope my SewJo returns. I really hope that I get everything done and ready and made, and I will have a really exciting March and April lookbook to show you guys at the end of this month. Let me know in the comment section down below which project you're looking forward to seeing made up. I'm very excited to start lingerie making. It wasn't on my list of things that scare me, even though it is a project that scares me. It's not on my list of 12 to try this month, so I might be bumping one of the other ones for lingerie. But yeah, I'm really excited about the bras, and I think, as I've said, I think they're addictive. I've got 10 sets of underwears. I can imagine that there will be a lot of underwear getting made once I've perfected the fit, so I hope you guys are up for that. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one here.